Hey, I'm Grace Mason, and I'm a senior, and I'm working on my way to college, and I'm thinking about being a music therapist. So I brought Sarah here, and she is a board certified music therapist, and so I'm going to ask her a few questions. So, why did you choose music therapy as a profession?
I chose music therapy because I love music. I've loved it all my life, and I knew I really wanted to pursue a degree in music. And I also wanted to choose a career that was going to let me help people and really get to be with people all the time. So, music therapy is a perfect combination of those two things. That's why I chose it.
Okay. So, what steps did you have to take in becoming a music therapist?
In order to be a music therapist, we have to complete an undergraduate degree in music therapy, and that includes a full music program as well as psychology courses and some anatomy and physiology, as well as a 6-month internship that you can choose the population that you do your internship in. And then also you have to be board certified, and so you have to sit for the board certification test.
Okay, so that's different from like music ed or performance.
In music ed and music performance, there's a different focus than music therapy. Specifically, music therapy, you're going to focus on more the therapy classes. So in addition to your music courses, you're going to have a lot of music therapy courses that are specific to music therapy.
Okay, so do you have challenges that came across when becoming a music therapist or like in sessions?
Some challenges in sessions are, I guess, when you have to really so as a music therapist, we have to tailor our sessions specifically to our client. So it's going to be very individualized. And sometimes that can be difficult because every person is different. And so being able to adapt to every single situation can be challenging. But it's also really rewarding. So that's like the biggest challenge, but also the biggest reward, I think. So.
Yeah. So would you recommend pursuing music therapy as a degree for someone like myself?
Definitely. I think if you're passionate about music, but also passionate about helping people, then music therapy is perfect. It's great because from my school, we had 100% placement, which is huge as far as jobs go, especially in our economy right now. So I think that it's a great career path to choose.
So where did you do your internship after school?
I went to an internship in South Carolina, and it was a hospital setting, Palmetto Health Baptist. And I did it on the psych unit. So I worked with children, adolescents, adults, and geriatrics. But it was on the psych unit.
Okay. So after that, when you were board certified and you went looking for jobs, what kind of jobs did you come across?
A lot of the jobs that I came across were private contracting jobs, which is what I am right now, a private contractor. And so that gives you the opportunity to work with a lot of different populations, which is great. Some places you'll be able to be hired on as their music therapist for their specific setting. Like the internship where I went, the music therapist there was their music therapist for that hospital. So sometimes you can get a job as a full-time music therapist at that place, but a lot of the jobs right now are going to be private contracting jobs.
So what population do you like working with most?
Through all of my practicums and clinical experience, I think I have enjoyed the mental health population the most. It involves a lot more talk therapy and processing, and I really appreciate that kind of therapeutic approach. because you get to incorporate music and talk therapy.
So what types of goals do you set for your clients?
They're definitely individualized to each specific client. So it's going to be depending on what client you have. For mental health, a lot of the time it's going to be working on anxiety reduction or coping skills, how they cope with life. For a child with autism, it could be social interaction, what's appropriate for socializing. So it's specific to each client.
So what types of activities do you do in sessions?
Well, they all have to do with music. They incorporate music in some way. With the mental health, a lot of the time we do something called a lyric analysis, where we look at the lyrics of a song and we see how that applies to our life, what we think about them. Music can be really hands-on. We incorporate improvisation, and I guess to break it down into the types of activities that we do, we can do improvisation with music, receptive, where we listen to music and then see how it affects us. We can recreate music, so we can play a song together, and we can also create music or compose music together, which can be really enjoyable. So it has to do with those 4 things.
Okay, so if a client isn't cooperating, how do you handle that situation?
Well, the great thing about music therapy is that you get to meet your clients where they are. So if they aren't cooperating, you want to go get down on their level and see what's going on, and definitely change your approach to get them to try and come around. And you might have to scrap your activity that you planned and try something new and see if that helps get them on track again. And it's going to be different for each client, obviously. For adults, it's going to be probably more interactive and talking. And children, it's going to be hands-on and just trying to involve them in something else to get them distracted, I guess.
Okay. So do you have a successful story with a client that you'd like to share?
I think the one that comes to my mind first is when I was in my internship. I had a particularly difficult client, and she really didn't like coming to music therapy. She was pretty obstinate, and I had a lot of trouble just involving her in general. And when she didn't enjoy coming, she kind of made the whole group not enjoy being there. So it was really difficult. And one session, I brought a lot of an art activity, pretty much, where they listened to music and then drew how the music made them feel. And that was the first time she actually participated in the activity, and not only participated, but she opened up to the whole group and expressed her feelings, and she was able to talk about her anxiety with people and her insecurities. And it was amazing to see that transformation from one day when she was hating music therapy and hating being in group and not wanting to talk to people, to being able to express herself. And it was really the music that was able to bring her out of that kind of shutting people out, I guess. So
yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for talking to me and helping me understand what I'm going to do.
Hope you pursue music therapy.
Thanks.